Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to the Mina channel. And today we're going to be doing another Persona video, Persona 6 video. I like doing these videos because I get to kind of just talk about my thoughts and everything. On all of these videos, frankly, have been doing really good, the Persona 6 videos. So I'm sure you guys liked it. And I do like reading your comments and everything. There's a lot of really good comments. And this thought of mine that's actually come from me. It comes from one of you guys commenters. He commented a long post the other day, and the idea of what he said really sparked this whole thing that I wanted to talk about today. So this is regarding Persona 6 and the fact that it will be cool to have a game outside of Japan, settings wise, for example, his idea, he was talking about a transfer to maybe from Japan going into London, particularly, and the whole idea of having a game outside of Japan really sparked my curiosity as far as like how cool that will be, because personally, I do think that every game has grown in scale a little bit bigger over time. Persona 3 was in a small island, Tatsumi Port Island, and then Persona 4 was in a town middle of nowhere, Inaba, and then Persona 5 suddenly is in the middle of Tokyo, and you get to walk around Tokyo in Shibuya and Akihabara and all these big places and stuff, and it was really cool. Honestly, if you've been to Japan or ever seen pictures of Japan, Persona 5 really did a good job as like bringing places into the world and everything like that. Seriously, I played so much Persona 5 when I went to Tokyo. I knew my way around Shibuya. I knew where the bookstore was, and I knew where the stuff was and everything, just based on the game. That is still crazy to me. So for this game I just want a game that we could do the same thing but in a different setting, in a different part of the world. That would be really cool. He mentioned London. I think a lot of locations in Europe will be cool. I think Europe serves for a good place or a game kind of like that, a boarding school type of thing. I think that would be pretty cool. Overall, just the idea of having something outside of Japan, I feel like that would be very interesting and everything. I think that it will lend itself for new themes and new things to discover, new things to work on and everything like that. Or it could go even a game that works worldwide, a more broad sense and everything. I think that there is a really interesting way Persona games tie itself to Japan and Japanese culture. The games itself tie to different mythologies, different pantheons of gods. They have the Greek pantheon, and they have the Norse pantheon, and they have the Japanese and the Chinese, and there's all these different gods that you see in the Persona games, which you also see in the other SMT games and everything. So I think worldwide it really will make sense to have a game that takes place outside of Japan, in a more worldwide scale kind of thing, or a bigger type of game. Now, that being said, I don't know how much that will affect the actual gameplay of it. I don't mean particularly the gameplay on the side of the RPG elements, but I mean on the other more casual sense of the confidant or the social links that they called before. How will that be affected and everything like that? I think it will be an interesting concept to kind of explore around and everything like that. I honestly don't see the Persona leaving Japan as a setting anytime soon, just because one, these games are Japanese and are made by a Japanese for a Japanese audience, and I think that's one of the biggest things that kind of tie down Persona in a sense, and maybe even SMT really. I remember seeing an article a while ago, and I commented this on the guy's comment, the person that originally sparked this conversation here. They did something with the Persona 5 director, and they talked about how I don't remember the exact question, but they asked him if he was surprised of the success of Persona 5 in the West, and his response was really interesting. I'm actually because his response was basically saying this: he did not expect this game to do good outside of Japan, because he felt like the game was too Japanese, that it was too grounded on Japanese culture, and the political aspect of the game just is rooted in Japanese politics, really, and that kind of stuff. And he found it really interesting that Western audience was able to relate to that, because he felt like that the game was aimed for a Japanese audience, and that he didn't feel like it was gonna do well in the West. And it's crazy to tell that it really did well. Now that being said, I don't know. I don't know if it's kind of like a weird way to look at it, but I think that the themes in Persona 5 weren't particularly new, and it's something for a different video release. It's a completely different deal here, but I think that what they thought of as something that was strange or different to talk about is something that is really well known and really talked about in the West. So I think maybe looking at it in a more global aspect will really benefit Persona as well, in a different sense, really. And again, this is a whole thing for a different day, as far as like the Persona 5 game and the aspect of the teams and everything like that. I think that will be another interesting video to do. But for now, what do you guys think about this? Do you want Persona 5 to go out in the world wide event, and maybe like have like somewhere in Latin America or even America? That's a really good country to kind of have something interesting on. Europe, that'll be cool too, or London, like he said, like specific small place somewhere. That'll be pretty interesting. All of those things will be pretty cool, I think. Even, you know, a new setting will be interesting for sure. How much, I guess, they'll change, I don't know. But again, this is all discussion here, and I wanted to bring this up again because one of you guys commented this, and I thought that it was a serious way to discuss about something. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you want this or not. This is an interesting change for sure, and that's not something that a lot of people would like to do, I think, because I do think that there's a lot of people that like the Persona setting in Japanese school and everything, because that's kind of like the niche. That's kind of like what they want to see in these games, right? I guess because if you want to play fantasy, there's plenty of fantasy games out there, but again, I feel like this aspect will really benefit itself from a scenery change. I don't know how they will do it from here on, because already covered smaller places like Tatsumi Island and obviously Tokyo. So what's next from here? Really, that's what it is. But anyway, that's pretty much it for today. I'm going back and forth with this thing. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. If you're new, please consider liking and subscribing, and don't forget to sign up for the giveaway. It's still ongoing right now, and again, if you want to get one of those shirts that I have on sale right now, that's really pretty cool. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.